Oh, are we live?
Are we live, OC?
We're love us see. Hi everyone.
Are we actually? Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome to RD5's Roll Detox, where we detox, decompress, and talk about some games that we've played recently or want to play, or just anything about the indie TTRPG industry. We'll go ahead and I'll introduce myself first this time. Hi, I'm Mika XP, the new owner of the Talking XP channel. I'm also the co-creator of RD5. Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm a Brazilian-American content creator, AP performer, and I'm going to popcorn it over to Jonny, the former owner of Talking XP.
Yes, as you know, I am Jonny, the former owner of Talking XP, ever since Mika has created the Triangle Agency, the campaign that we're doing over there, performance review. So yeah, I'm Jonny. I run Ravenloft Misfits on Talking XP. I also do random other GMing stuff most of the time. I'm the forever GM. What else do I do? Candela Obscura. If you want to learn, I have a thing on YouTube. Also, we just did Daggerheart, which I'm going to be talking about today. Nice. Popcorn over to Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as The Space Jamber. I am a 3-time Emmy-nominated TTRPG writer, editor, podcaster, and streamer. Am I missing something? Wait, is that actually legit that you're taking over Talking XP?
No. Yes. No, it's definitely no. I definitely am.
100%
I'm too autistic for this.
I'm sorry. No, you're right. As another two autistic. No, I'm not. Or am I? I'm not.
We're not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Anyway, you can find me anywhere there's internet at The Space Jamber. What the hell am I doing? I don't know. I'm just making sure that I don't have jury duty all next week. That's what I know what I'm doing. And popcorn to Natalie.
Hello, everyone. Are we doing the OC?
Yeah.
OC. Hell yeah. So little advice for Amber: if you just tell people on the survey for jury duty that you hate cops, they'll dismiss you.
Hey, Cab.
And they'll just be like, nope, because I did that in October and it worked.
Yeah. But they pay $50 a day here, and they pay for your metro fare, and they pay for your lunch.
Is $50 a day worth it?
Yes.
I don't have any
income. Day? Okay. I mean, if you want to, you can. But
yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I'm Natalie, also known as New to You. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, and I also am in the D&D and TTRPG space. I make a lot of video content revolving around that and fun stuff, skits and stuff like that. And hopefully one day I will be everywhere on the internet too. You just have to keep showing up and annoying people. That's the secret. So if you want to get internet famous, just be everywhere.
Popcorn it over to me. Popcorn over to me.
Popcorn it over to me.
Popcorn it to me.
What? You guys both already did it. Wait. Okay, both of you.
No, it's so I can. Okay, no, it's so I can continue. It's so I can give the program and
as well, so that I can also talk.
What? Yeah, so we can talk about at the same time. It's Hey, so on today's what we're doing today, we're talking about Daggerheart and Candela Obscura. Yeah. And then also at the end we will ask one question of everyone, and we'll have a brief discussion about our favorite NPCs that either we've created or have been in campaigns we have been in. But first, let us talk Daggerheart, since that is freshest on our minds. Janussi, Natasi, and myself, Mikosi, were all really recently in a playtest for Daggerheart.
We were in that Daggerheart Tussie, if you will.
Yeah.
Deep in there.
It's a great side.
I hate it.
I'm here for it.
Awful.
Amber hates it. I'm here for it. I mean,
I love it, but I also hate it.
Divided.
I hate it. Do it again.
it on, just appears on our screen, just
eyes. Yeah.
so cute.
Oh, it was wonderful. Y'all didn't see it off screen, but we witnessed it and can tell you that it was wonderful. Anyways,
So
back to you, Johnny.
Oh
Popcorn.
yeah, Daggerheart. Daring to Press sent me some cool shit, including the fucking cards that you can use in the game. These things are fucking awesome. Here, I'm gonna move.
Sleeve those bad boys.
Well, I need to do that, but I haven't done it just yet because I wanted to be able to, show people. All right, I'm gonna fix my camera zoom or focus. I mean, so that you can see it.
Oh, fuck. Those are
Yeah.
sick.
And then,
So
the
is it
back-
like part TTRPG, part trading card game?
No,
I
it is
wish.
a full TTRPG game, but the way that you keep track of your characters, stuff like yeah, I think we're good. The way that you keep track of your character stuff isn't like D&D where you have like everything in one box at the bottom right of your character sheet. You keep track of stuff as cards. So for certain abilities, you can have like 2 cards in your domain, is what they're called, and then your subclass is another card that you can have, and then you have like different like your ancestry, your the community that you're from. All of that stuff is through a card. So
Huh.
this is how you keep track of who your character is and what they can do, and then everything else that's pretty much static, like your evasion, your armor and stuff like that, that is kept on a character sheet, which I have here.
I also want to say really quickly that Demiplane has an amazing character creator. If you want to play Daggerheart,
Oh.
it keeps track of everything really nicely and well organized, and can be compared to D&D Beyond for all of you D&D players. Big fan. But you can also use the cards.
Yeah.
It's also
They're
I
wonderful.
haven't had the chance to play Daggerheart yet. But the game I'm going to be playing is casting now, so I'm just really looking forward to it. We have a session 0 coming up, so I'm listening with rapt attention. Oh,
This is
There's the
the
physical
character
one.
sheet. Yeah, the physical one. This
Gotcha.
is where you put your evasion, which evasion is similar to like
Dexterity.
kind of like
Mm.
dexterity armor class if it hits you, and then you have an armor rating right here, which that is how much damage you can reduce a hit by. So when you get hit, you could reduce the damage, and then there's like different slots that you can have. So in this one, there's 3 slots. So breastplate is 5 armor rating, so you can reduce whatever incoming damage by 5 per slot. So that means that I can in one time use all 3 for 15 damage lower. And then you have these what are they called? Thresholds. So you have, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see.
When I hear the word threshold, I think
you
of
go.
the song Threshold by Sex Bomb.
So
yes.
Thank you.
that is your major, that is your severe. You have up here for like Bard, it'll tell you how much your each of them are, and then based on which one it is, that's how much HP you take away. So if it's over your minor amount, which is, so it's 3, 8, and 13, right? So that's 3, that's 8, that's 13. If it's over 3 but lower than 8, it becomes a minor, and then down here it says, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it says mark 1 HP. So then that's when you mark one of these HP slots.
Huh.
And then when you go to if it's over 8 but lower than 13, you mark 2. If it's over than 13, you mark 3. So that's
Johnny,
where that armor rating play.
Do you have a tutorial on your YouTube channel of how to build?
Soon.
Not yet, soon. So everyone stay tuned, because this will make much more sense once Johnny has that tutorial up. And then you'll be able to follow along and fill out your own sheet and tutorial up.
Yeah, for those of us who learn by doing.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Because I mentioned that in our session 0. I was like, this is going way over my head.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's really simple once you do it. And then once you do it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then it's like
Yeah.
the first time it's like, oh yeah, got it, cool. It's super simple. Check if you hit. What's your armor rating? Do you want to lower the damage? What's the threshold? Then you mark it. Pretty simple.
It definitely
Precious
makes
seed.
sense, like in play, which is fabulous. And Jonny, I think you mentioned that it's like a great starter to get into more complex TTRPGs.
It's really, they have enough rules to where you're understanding what you're doing with a TTRPG, but not too much where it's like dense like D&D is. Like you're not trying to figure out your how much your proficiency bonus is, or how does attack working with proficiency bonus, and then your strength, or maybe sometimes dex, when does that happen, what does finesse mean, all of these like crazy crunchy things that happen with D&D. All of this is like, this is how much damage you do always, this is how much you get to your attack always, and you just roll dice. That's pretty much it.
Nice to see.
Pretty sweet.
What's nice about Daggerheart is that you can also use, if you're a fan of the 7 dice set system, you can use like standard, like just D&D dice, and then you just need 2 d12s. So that should push all of you to get more than one set
Yes.
and support your local dice
so they're
maker.
promoting capitalism? But you should support your indie dice maker, so...
Yes.
Gotta weigh your options here.
Yeah.
Buy them dinner. Yeah.
But make sure that your 2d12s are different colors, because one is hope and then one is fear, and depending on which one is higher when you roll them, things happen.
They balance each other out. So
It's really
like once
cool.
you're in
Yeah.
game. Yeah. It's very cool.
I thought it was super cool, especially in combat, where it's like you can succeed. Oh, man, combat is just super fucking cool in general. I thought, so there's no initiative in Daggerheart. All you have to do is you have to keep track of every action that you guys have done. So if you're a player and you're doing an action, you put an action token on this thing called an action tracker, which has its own card. You basically put these little, there it is. You put these tokenussies onto the action tracker, and then that is how you keep track. That is how you keep track of, I love this. That's how you keep track of how many actions the GM will get when it turns to their turn. And the only way that it turns to their turn is if you fail or if you roll with fear, which is when your D12 is higher. It's super interesting because, like, your GM can't have anything more than however much you have done. And then they also can't do more than one thing per creature. So it doesn't get, like,
Yeah,
outrageously.
lair actions. Fuck you,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonny.
They are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I just had to use it, I had to.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I
Wow.
could fuck with that. Because, like, if you've ever played Wingspan, the board game, like, it feels like this is, like, bringing in board game and TCG elements into your tabletop game to kind of bring fans of those genres into tabletop gaming.
You are laying eggs on the action tracker, and how many
Yes.
eggs you have on here is how many the GM can eat up, because those things look like candy, and they really do. I wish that you could.
Yes, they do.
Same
Okay.
thing too.
Yes. The action trackers themselves, for if anyone needs more incentive to invest in this game, they look like candy.
They really
Yeah,
do.
side
We're
note,
into that.
do we know of anyone who sells like hard candy shaped like D20s?
We could probably plug them. I have come
Yeah.
across a few. Yeah,
Really?
show us. Look at those! Oh
Ooh.
my god!
I want to put that in my mouth.
Yes.
Right
In my
now,
mouth.
just just like that.
This is
Ooh.
OC status. Those are
Yeah.
gorgeous.
They
Gorgeous.
Really, yeah, they're just for tokens too. So like those are how you keep track of how many actions you've used, and then I have the D12s here as well. But yeah, you just roll 2d12, and then whatever it is, I just rolled 11 fear, and then 4 hope. So that would mean that you have a 15 with fear. So if you probably succeed with a 15, and then it goes back over to the GM's turn, and then I use as many action tokens as there are, and then a few other complicated things that we don't need to go over right now because we're not playing.
What's really nice about this system too is that if you are not a big fan of combat in other TTRPGs, this one is really nice because you don't have an initiative system. And so it's more realistic in that way where people can just jump in and be like, I have an idea, I want to try this. And then like it not only bolsters your connection with other players, but it also allows you to like, I don't know, be a genius with your actions.
That is one of my favorite things about Daggerheart's combat thing is that the party starts talking about what they want to get done. Because like the same person can go over and over and over and over again if it makes sense, which I think Mika had like a 2 in a row, and then Kate had like 2 or 3 in a row because she kept like getting shot off of the carriage. It was hilarious.
It was so funny.
You can decide as a group what's happening in the story rather than having to follow an initiative order and be at like fucking 27 as a rogue and be like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Everybody else, what the fuck am I gonna do? You know, like you can just come up with that as you're going, and it makes it a lot more fluid. It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
Fluid
really
is that is a great way to describe it. And then two, you're not having to sit and wait for your turn when there's like 35 rounds of combat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be miserable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cards are
That's
fucking sweet. I really like this. I really like the cards. The cards are really cool. Because then you can like one of the other things that I was talking about too in one of my videos before I haven't edited yet, but is that like say you have like 5 cards, right? However many cards, these are all the abilities and who you are and all of that stuff. They can just get condensed into 1 card's worth of space. And then you could just go through them whenever you need to figure out what you can do, or you can just put them in front of you. Like instead of having to like those short notes on a D&D sheet where you're like, what the fuck is extra attack is action surge? What is action surge? What does that mean? And you choose or you do you gain an action, like gain action once per short rest or whatever it is. I can't remember. I think it's short rest. Anyways, like instead of doing those like half-ass notes, you can actually have full notussi in your hands right here, just ready to go, you know? Like it's just that paragraph.
Personally, I love the half pussy notes.
I was concerned when you first brought up like the card mechanic that it was going to be something like Dicey Dungeons where like, you know, you can only slot, or Mouse Ritter, if you've played Mouse Ritter, like you can only slot so many things in your like card slots at a time, and like ultimately things need to get bumped out. So, they kind of work like spell cards did in 5e, where like you get the info on your thing.
You do have these things called domain cards where they're like your abilities. When you start off, I think you get 2 that you can have, and then when you level up you can have more. You can level up and pick more powerful ones and things like that. You always have them, and you can change them out during like short rests and long rests, but I don't know off the top of my head how many you can have as you play, because I've only done level 1 so far. Yeah, but let's see, 2 objects of this before. Yeah, I don't know how many you can have. Marking character traits. I think you only can have 2 at
Come
a
on,
time.
Spencer Stark, tell us.
Right? Yeah.
What?
That's the lead designer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know things now. Many wonderful things. Things I hadn't thought to explore.
Who else was on the design team?
Alex Aldermonsey, if you know them. Alex, oh my god, we're friends on Facebook. Oh my god. Alex. Shit. Alex. Teplitz. Alex Teplitz.
Underwood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I think Bashir.
Game designers.
Was Bashir Ghost on it?
do not see Bashir on this. It might have been.
I might be completely wrong.
No, I don't see Bashir on this.
Okay.
Yeah, just Spencer Starkley, game designer, Rowan Hall, Matt Mercer, Alex Teplitz, and then Michael Underwood.
Mhm.
So we're the 5.
Matt
The
Mercer.
Daggerheart 5, if you will.
Name drop.
Yeah, my profile picture of hugging Matt Mercer will always and forever be my profile
Every time
picture.
I think it's your wife. Every single time.
Yeah, so I'm 6 foot. I'm 6'3", and Matt Mercer.
Oh,
I think
6'4".
is like-
I feel light too.
Now
There
I
we
am.
go.
And Matt Mercer is not. So I think he's like 5'11".
9. Let's
He gives off the
see.
energy of someone who's 6'1".
Yeah, he
looks like-
does.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's one of the things too. Like I had seen him. I had gone to this like D&D creator thing over at Gen Con last year, and then like I turned around and I was like, oh, I never like looked. Not that there's anything wrong with being short. Like we love our short kings, but like I just for some reason expected like he gives off that like tall 6 foot energy for sure. Like I just
Sorry. I have to interject here. Johnny, that was queer language, short king.
was.
Yeah, so I need you to check yourself before you wreck your. I actually don't know if that's queer language.
I don't
It
think
sounds
it
like
is.
something. It sounds like something gay. The
Queer-ussy.
queer community would say. I
I
one
don't
time
think it is. I think it's
I
just.
one time told my therapist, I taught him the word bussy and challenged him to use it in a sentence. And then the next week I said, hey therapist, did you use the word bussy in a sentence? And he laughed and then stopped and said, it's a cursed word.
Here.
What happened there? Oh no!
What the
Incredible.
He really did not like that word.
Oh no.
Okay, so did he use it then, and then came
No.
back with the? Oh
No, he wouldn't use it because it's a cursed word.
Hey,
Anyway, short
good on you
kings.
for
Yeah.
Following up though. Good on you for following up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I will say that Look Human has a shirt that says "Bing Bong My Bussy," and you should definitely get that for your because it cracks me up
Oh my God.
every.
No, not Bing Bong, my bussy. That's fucking awful. That's
funny.
awful.
I feel like
Oh my God.
Bongo might wear that.
Bongo.
Well, ask Robin.
My pussy.
I hate it.
So good.
I take it back. No, I take it back. We will
No,
never sell
my-
Robin.
Wait, no, yeah, we started here. That's right. So anybody here fucking knows who Bing Bong is. Triangle Agency.
Just Bongo.
Bongo. Fuck. God. It's getting to me.
T-shirts for all.
Anyway, you called Matt Mercer short king. I called you out for that. Turns out I didn't need to. I was called out for making shit up. And now we're back to you.
All right, cool. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
5'11", so just
He is
update.
5'11".
Yeah.
He's one
That's not a
inch.
short king.
It's not. It's not.
I
No.
know.
Short king
I-
is like 5'9" below.
Well, to Johnny, everyone's a short king.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Just
I'm
a
6'3",
small
so when I
guy.
turned
Just
around, I
a
was
small
like,
guy.
5'11". Okay, that just wasn't expecting that. That's
Yeah, you also give off 6'1" energy. So
well. With that 2
He
inches.
can confirm Johnny is very tall in person. Johnny is very tall in person.
Right. Yeah, I met you at Gen Con too.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Gen Con was dope. I'm
it
super
really
excited
was.
for
I
Gen
can't
Con
wait for this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
it
Maybe
is.
somebody will pay me to go.
Oh, there's actually Amber might be interested in this. There's a queer sponsorship. That's not quite the right word, but if you're a queer content creator, grant, yes, that you can sign up for. I need to sign up for it. See if I can get some Benjamins.
Yeah, from whom?
From
know.
the actual Yeah, from Gen Con.
What?
If I
Then they'll pay
Oh.
you?
some kind of stipend, yeah.
Hold on,
That's
Gen
pretty
Con
sweet.
participation grants. Oh my God, yeah, Black, Indigenous, and people of color are in.
Yo.
That's cool as hell.
Wait.
Yeah, so
Please
I'm
send the
gonna
link.
fill
I'll
that
pay for like
out.
your badge.
I don't know.
They get a stipend ranging from $450 to $1,000 for people who would like to attend the convention in Indianapolis but find the cost prohibitive. I mean, like,
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah, that's
That is-
amazing.
50
I
minimum
could pay
to
Johnny for my
1,000?
housing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
$450
housing.
minimum
That's
is-
wild.
That's really good.
That's
super
food.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's food for the week.
Yeah, that $450. That's food for the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
I'm a ferocious eater.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, wait. Gen Con is a for-profit company, therefore grant recipients will have to fill out a W-9. Oh boy,
Oh,
it's tax.
yeah.
It's tax.
Oh,
My dad's my tax associate advisor,
go
so
see that tax.
Not taxes.
Tax
I
associate.
did taxes this year, and I went from owing to getting stuff back because I put Gen Con and PAX U, all of the stuff that came from that, as tax write-offs because they are part of
nice.
this. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Hell
I've
yeah.
only ever once had to pay. Anyway, going back to
Oh.
Daggerheart. Are we wrapping up with Daggerheart?
Sorry,
Because
Johnny
we've got-
just completely wrinkled my brain. I can write my new computer off on my taxes this
Yes, you
year because I
can.
bought in 2023.
Oh god, I could have written my laptop off several years ago. Dang it.
Office space, electricity, Wi-Fi, rent, all of that. Since you use your place for the thing, you could do the thing.
But can you do you have to register as like an LLC?
No.
I'm not an LLC as TXP. No, that's
That was too many abbreviations for me.
TXP LLC. OC. No, no, because when I worked as an interpreter, like freelance and stuff like that, I didn't have to be an LLC. I just worked through an agency 1099, and then I just get money. And then
I didn't even work through an agency.
Well, it wasn't Triangle Agency at the time, so, but now, no, but like any time that I have to pay for like mileage and things like that, that's part of it. And then like any lunches that I did while I was out and not home, if I had to pay for like parking, shit like that, I could always write it off on my taxes. So, yeah.
Oh.
Great. I was like, I went through my yearly bill of credit cards. It was like, yep. Incarnate is part of it. My Roll20 thing is sometimes part of it, but we're sponsored by Roll20, so don't have to worry about that. But like, if you buy a book from any TTRPGs, that's a fucking write-off. Video games, if you're a streamer, that's a write-off.
What?
Yeah. It's part of your quote unquote job of streaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of this is a write-off. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I
keep
made
track of
these.
everything, kids.
Uncle
trying to-
Sam, give me my fucking money. Give me my
Seriously.
motherfucking money.
Fuck Uncle Sam. They're not getting another fucking
Right in the
dime.
ear. Right in the ear.
Okay,
Anyway,
well,
back on track, my
This
ussies.
is relevant conversation, Mika.
We're talking Candela Obscura now.
Oh
Look,
yeah.
I have
yes,
things.
please.
I have things planned out. Okay, Daggerheart, Candela Obscura, NPCs. We are sticking to my plan
Agenda.
Agenda C.
Agenda OC.
Agenda C.
My drinks.
Agenda C.
My drinks empty.
Agenda C.
Candela
Mine too,
Obscura.
dog.
Yeah.
Ugh, I
Candela
don't like
Obscura
it.
C.
Those
Yes.
books are gorgeous. I expect
I
nothing
really
less
totally-
from Darrington Press, but still.
Right. No, I know. Well, first off, that is signed by Spencer Stark, Rowan Hall, and then I always fucking
That's very cool.
I always fucking do this. I feel so bad. But like I
Can't
wasn't
find it.
following them on Twitter at the time. Design Tracy. Also Tracy, one of the designers. I saw them at PAX U, and I had them sign it. Funny story about this, though. So Daring to Press sent me this. I had made like a whole how to play Candela Obscura thing, and then I also did a how to play Queen by Midnight. That one, the community manager of Daring to Press had seen that on TikTok, apparently, which is kind of like I made this video for YouTube, but I'm just going to condense it and then put it on TikTok, kind of like on a whim thing. So that was cool. And then they emailed me and said, hey, we like your shit. We're going to send you a Candela Obscura book. And I was like, that's fucking sweet. So then I was like, can I have a special edition book? I'll pay the difference, because I really wanted one. I was gonna buy one if I didn't, get one or whatever. They sent it. They didn't even say anything. They just like sent it and it arrived, and I was super fucking stoked about it. Yeah, it's a beautiful fucking book. I just love
That's a huge W right there.
That's a huge W.
Dubs all around. Dubussy.
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 Dubussy. That
God,
sounds
people
like
are going to hate this episode so much.
They're gonna hate it so much.
Dubussy. Dubussy.
Dubussy.
Perfect.
We'll see. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah. Amber, you wanted some assistance.
Yes. So, okay. I just want to know, how do you set people up for success in telling a story properly in Candela Obscura based off of the quick start? Because that's what we're highlighting on Women of TTRPG this weekend. And frankly, I don't know why they asked me to run Candela Obscura.
Question. Have you seen Dress to Kill?
No.
Have you looked at there is a provided one shot that you can do. I have an entire guide on how to play it on YouTube. Just by the way, that's one thing.
That's an aside.
So, best way to set up, so you're talking about like you, the GM, how to set yourself up for success, or how to set up the players for success?
How to set because I know how to set players up for success, but I for some reason when I read this quick start guide, I am so intimidated by Candela Obscura. And I've played it with you, and as a player it's not that bad, but as a GM I'm I don't know what I'm doing.
One, I would keep a character sheet up. That's what I did. Have a character sheet up so that you know what the abilities are, and you're not gonna have to what the fuck is not perception, even not I can't remember them off the top of my head, but strike, move, or whatever the fuck it is, control. So have that up while you're running so that it's just boom, okay, cool, do that kind of a roll. As far as keep it loose, to be honest, it's really an RP game more than it is anything else. So have an idea as to what kind of clue you want to have. What was the game that I remember?
We were Vampires of New Fair.
That's right. Yeah. I knew that I wanted to have an amulet that was being worn by this person. And I think I hinted at it a little bit, but it wasn't the whole thing. And then when you guys finally got to the end, I was like, yes, this is the thing. Bringing just whenever you're doing your descriptions, make sure to end with something important, because that's where everybody focuses on.
Yeah.
But realistically, just being loose with everything and following whatever the players do, which gives me huge anxiety beforehand, because I'm am I prepared enough? Oh my god, I don't know. And then you get into the game and you start playing and you're like, okay, yeah, and you're just gonna roll with it. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to do very much prep for Candela, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of like it a lot. With D&D, you have to be this is what the magic item does, this is the DC that you're gonna have to set, this is how it works, and then this room has this, and if you do an investigation check, this is what happens, and yada yada yada. But with this, it's cool, you're going into a house, there's rooms in there, pick one, that's the one that you're gonna find your shit in. It's super simple.
Okay. I guess it's just there's so much lore that goes along with it, and I have the quick start open up too, that I'm I don't know where I would fit what I want to do into, unless, so I want to do something with werewolves in Candela Obscura. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I had an idea of doing a werewolf thing too. Awesome.
Yeah, like I want to
Oh.
do something with like werewolves, like, you know, they're obviously werewolfy. Ooh, werewolfy.
Lycanthropy. Where wussy? Yes. Like.
Werewolfy.
Like
Someone please clip that.
We did it. We did it, everybody.
We did it. We
Stop.
figured it out.
Lycanthropy.
Like, yeah, I want to do something with werewolves, and like I don't know, like I want to give them like a safe haven to be, and like I want it to be like like of course an allegory for queerness and like finding found family and like all of that, but I don't know where it fit in the lore.
Camp District. That is where you want to go. That is where
Where?
sex work is legal. That's where controlled substance use is legal. Stuff like that. Which now in today's society, in the major society, that's frowned upon. That's like nobody does that, right? So I think that's a perfect place to put something that is also quote unquote frowned upon, right? I feel like that would be
Where was it?
Oh, the Red Lamp District?
No.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, it
cool.
does.
Either that or you could do the South Soffits, which is the under the eaves, which is such a really cool, like it's a really cool analogy or whatever, comparison, simile, metaphor, whatever. The eaves is like the most expensive place of New Fair. Like this is where the affluent live. Below that is where the South Soffits are. And it's built into Old Fair, which is like the ancient town before New Fair was a thing. They died because they were doing wacky shit. Anyways. But they're built into those ruins, which is like filled with bleed and all of that stuff in random areas. There's like wires that are haphazardly placed around. It's I mean, like quote unquote the slums, right? And so that could be a really good area because that's where, you know, that's where the poor people live. That's where we're going to keep them. You know, that's that idea. That could also be a good idea. So either of those two would be like perfect.
Okay. Yeah. I just, you know, I want to make sure that I do a good job, and they sought me out specifically to GM, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then I hit a 3-week-long depressive episode that like I was not anticipating, and I just
When is this?
This doesn't have to be a mental health issue.
When is the stream?
Sunday.
Sunday? You got this. Totally. You can
I got
totally
this.
get this done. 100%.
Yeah.
Like not even lying. Like do you have like the idea of what you're going to be doing? Like what I know that like okay, you have the idea. You're going to be fine. I guarantee it. The players are going to be making the story for you. That's how it works with this kind of a game because it's very RP and it really depends on what kind of like twists or like perspectives they take on things, right? So, and that's another thing that you could do when bleed occurs and you have that. One of the things that they do in you know Critical Role streams is like, how does this look for you? How does the bleed affect you? And then they can say, well, I have this feeling of loneliness or this deep pitted you know, depression that can only be fulfilled by a certain thing that I no longer have in my life or whatever, right? That taking the descriptive work and just putting it onto the players and they can describe what's going on with their characters is so much weight off of the GM's shoulders because we feel like we need to be the descriptor of everything. We need to be the Matt Mercer. We need to show exactly what everything looks like. How is the water dripping onto the ground? Is it drip, drip, dripping, or is it like once every while or blah, 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 blah. Put as much as you can onto the shoulders of the players. They will take care of it, especially when it's like streaming and people like know what's going on. They will take care of it.
Sick. Yeah. Yeah. Because I was thinking of also infusing like a little bit of like the Office of Unexplained Phenomena, the OUP, as like, of course, like the force trying to like push the werewolves out of New Fair. And yeah, like, okay,
Ooh.
cool.
I like that. That's a cool idea.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
they've heard. Yeah, like they've heard like, oh my God, there's this new like sect of like unexplained phenomena going on that's affecting people, and people are disappearing once a month. And yeah, so I'm trying to find like a safe space, wow, for them to live.
You know what you could
So.
also do is if you wanted to throw eons into this, and they're the ones like creating these lycanthropussies.
It doesn't work when there's a P before the OC.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the frustration.
I do love
It-
that idea a
it
lot,
could.
actually.
Because I did this with zombie type creatures in one of my one shots that I did. Is like they had like this metallic like helmet thing that was sending electrical signals through them, and they like weren't alive, but they were still obeying commands and shit like that. Eons is like a perfect mad scientist sect that you could just blame for anything, and it's great. It's great. There's also some other what's the whoops groups agency, what the fuck am I guilds.
Organization. Skill.
There's other guilds that are included
Yeah.
in Candela, but I'll send that information to you later.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, because I just have the quick start because I am broke.
Yeah.
I get that.
Fair.
But yeah, no, thank you, Jonny, for that. Like, for just for that, like, quick. Hey, you can do it, and also, it's not as scary as it seems.
Like, I'm serious. You can do it. It's the player. Like, I am always surprised by how much the players just tell the story for you. You just have to provide descriptions every once in a while, set the scene, and they'll take care of everything. Like, same with like a puzzle for D&D. You don't have to have a solution. They'll come up with something for you, and you're like, that's fucking better than what I thought. Yes, that works. You just take the fucking stress off of your own shoulders. Let them do it. That's really what a GM does anyways. Is like, you're just providing the setting here, playing it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I will, whatever you want to send my way, I would not say no, but
you.
yeah, I appreciate it.
You and I will, yeah, I got you.
All right. And on that note, let's start to wrap it up, and we will talk about our favorite NPCs.
Shit, I haven't thought.
God damn it, Jonny.
I have one
All right.
to kick us off. Okay.
Okay.
For anyone who's a big fan of D&D outside of other TTRPGs, I know we're trying to, move away from D&D in a lot of ways. But we are, so On and I are part of a campaign on Tales of Initiative, another great Twitch channel, which you should definitely check out. And we have recently been introduced to an NPC named Luther that I am obsessed with, and my character is obsessed with. He is a little satyr man that runs his own like greenhouse, little apothecary shop, and he is so cute. He like wrote his own like gardening guide and everything, and I was willing to buy it, but he gave it to me for free. And I just like I am obsessed with him because he just represents like the innocence and good, and just tries to like help out everyone, and like there's so much depth to his character, and I just really appreciate that. So I'm also playing a druid, so that helps. Yeah,
Sounds like Luther's just a little guy.
he's just a little guy. Yeah,
Little guy.
he's just a little guy.
Guy.
So
It's my favorite character class.
Sure.
it's true.
Little guy class, yeah.
Multi-class and little guy and big guy.
Yeah.
Mika, we need to finish our game.
We do.
We need to finish our game. Yes.
It's like
Anyways.
slogan of TTRPGs in general, right?
Yeah.
I
Just
did.
hit, like, a moment where it's like you put everything on pause for a little bit, and you're like, "Damn, we need to go back to that." But then,
I
It's a vibe.
did finish my second one pager, Be Corvid Do Destruction, which you can find on Itch, where you play as a corvid, raven, crow, blue jay, what have you, and you are taking down anti-bird spikes.
Yes.
it's great.
Yes.
Essentially
yeah.
saving pigeons because they can't make their own nests anyways, so they need little places to roost.
Oh,
It's so cool because like crows, also yes, all.
No.
But crows, one of the reasons, so like you get a roll for reasons why you're doing this. One of them is like does not spark joy, but one of them is to use the spikes for your nest. And crows have been documented as to using those anti-bird spikes on their nests, pointing outward to protect their nests, and it's so good.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
it's so cool.
I love that so much. They are so smart.
Yeah, dude.
They are just so
Yeah.
smart. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, my parrot's smart. You're like, okay.
you don't know
Yeah.
shit.
Whatever.
You don't know
Yeah.
shit.
It's like
Can your
this-
parrots solve complex puzzles?
Yeah, they can imitate you, but they're not out here using bird spikes to protect their nests. So
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Well, is your parrot loyal to you like a crow will be loyal to you when you give it shiny shit?
Yeah.
And also
seriously.
bring you shiny shit every once in a while, like
These are
Yeah.
the real questions. When you're considering a bird, be like, do I want a smart bird that probably needs more stimulation and exercise and junk? Or do I want a parrot that has limited intelligence? I mean, these are the real
And will
questions,
be
people.
will live past me.
right.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say that. We'll outlive
Yeah.
you.
Like
Yeah.
legacy pets. Yeah, like tortoises. Yeah.
Anyway, Amber, Jonny, favorite NPCs.
Oh my god, I have to think about all the games I've played.
Okay, I've got one. So
Yes.
when I started doing Curse of Strahd, one of my favorite things to do, because like vampires can go into your dreams, and so I have a ton of dream sequences. And the very first one I did for the group was like session 4, and I don't. Yes, Rara. I don't remember how this came about. I think it was a joke with my sister, but in the dream, one of the characters, their character was a pirate, or had been a pirate. And so in their dream, this real thing I chose for their dream was like, there's this corgi with an eye patch in front of you, but for some reason you recognize them as your old crewmate, Pegleg Arvin. And then after they argued with me to keep Pegleg as an NPC outside of the dream world, so I'm like, all right, cool. I've got a reason for Pegleg to be there. Pegleg,
Was
the
this
eye patch
familiar?
corgi. What?
Was it a familiar?
No, actually, it was well, sort of. It belonged to Death. So I'll try and keep this short because no one cares. The option I took, the option
This is the place to talk, Mika.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
my
give
curse
us
my
the
Curse of
corgi
Strahd
info.
campaign. My Curse of Strahd campaign, I chose the mists dragging people in, and so my players, their characters were drawn into the mists into to Barovia. And then at the end of like the third, first they did Death House, then after they went into Barovia, and I did the heroes procession, where all did heroes at midnight have their parade and shit. And then I decided to have Death show up, and Death hired the characters to be like, hey, you know that Strahd sucks, but also he's keeping all these souls here, and this isn't great for me as Death. Like, this is kind of fucking some things up for me. And so Death became their patron. And then when they wanted Pegleg to like really stick with them, I'm like, cool, Pegleg belongs to Death now. Death gave you Pegleg so he can keep tabs on you and shit.
If you need any extra rationalization, people can only dream of things that they've seen in real life. So like any faces, Think of all the people you see at airports, and they can just show up in your dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. Peg Leg Arvin.
With like a little eye patch.
Yeah, just I've got some art, two different things of art that people made. One of my players made a Photoshop where they just photoshopped an eye patch on a happy corgi, and then another player drew like, it's not an amazing drawing, but like drew a quick sketch of Arvin, and if I can find it, I'll post it. Just it warmed my heart. They really loved Peg Leg, and maybe I should bring him into our new campaign.
Oh my god, you reminded me. Somebody made some fan art
Of Bucephalus.
Of Bucephalus? My god, guys. But my favorite NPC is a little guy that is a familiar
of a creepy little guy.
Vaughn, who is played by the amazing Becca Morgan, cool armadillo with a 0 at the end, made, so they play like a cryptid pretty much, like just like a little guy, right? The familiar that they made is 4 legitimate arms that were like severed, 2 legs that were also severed, a fox head that is, you know, decaying and all that stuff. At this point, from a previous session just recently, is 2 mimic tongues for ears, and then 6 raven's wings on the back. And it is just this thing. And somebody made art of him, and it is so good. It's incredible. Watch Ravenloft Misfits. It's the amount of times that people have just like met Bucephalus and been like, what the fuck is that? There's too many.
I think my character said, like, this gives me anxiety.
Yeah, that's nightmare material.
Which also himself dead. And like half dragonborn, half man. Like,
oh yeah, my character Citron. Yeah, he's died like 3 times before we get to where he is now. It's
great.
Yeah. Like he's a little reborn, and he's not happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's my NPC.
That's scary.
I'm literally going through like my credits, my TTRPG credits, to be like, okay, NPCs from these games. Oh boy, what do I remember? You know what? This is gonna be so stupid and so horny. The big bad.
That's what I want. Do it.
Yeah. So I ran a Monster Hearts short shot campaign over on the Initiative Order last year based on Danny Phantom. And yeah, it was an alternate universe Danny Phantom aged up to college age, where they didn't play necessarily Danny Phantom characters, but it was in the world of Danny Phantom. And I had Vlad be, or my stand-in for Vlad Plasmius be like the big bad. But I kind of really, he was evil, he was sexy, he had a distinct goal of like ruining the lives specifically of the players because of the ways that they were interfering with not only with like his political aspirations, but also his like I want to kill Danny aspirations. But man, being able to be that NPC and like let out like all of the evil tendencies I never really get to do since I'm so good coded was just wonderful. And like facilitating an orgy as Vlad in game, come on, Vlad Masters, who Butch Hartman, fuck you. Don't come after me. I changed all the names of your characters and the world, and you can't come after me. So,
I will say
the level
So-
of red your face turned was iconic.
sometimes it feels really good to generate that evilness. I played 10 Candles, and Matt was the GM for that, and wasn't planning on this, but my character ended up being an asshole, and it was good. Not like overtly an asshole, but like he was very. I don't know. I'm like, wow, I didn't know I had this in me. I'm now scared, but I loved playing that character. Oh,
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
it's like the one time I ever did it, and it was good.
I feel real icky after doing like bad stuff. Sometimes there's like it's hard to explain, but like if I'm like just mean, I just feel bad.
Everyone's alignment is coming out right now. This is fascinating.
It was it's he was like lawful maybe. Oh, like he was using. There's a character who was having dreams of like the aliens and stuff, and so Lemon was like, "No, it's okay. Just go to sleep again. It's fine. I'll watch over you." Then, because he wanted her to have more dreams so he could figure shit out. Yeah, that was my character.
That's amazing. The passive play.
Yeah,
I did play a murderer. That was kind of fun, like a serial killer. That was kind of cool. I did a.
Hey, what does that say about you, Johnny? Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I just have to like put my mind into it first. Switching from like NPC to NPC and then being like good and then just fucking Strahd evil. No, actually, I kind of do like being Strahd because he's a petty bitch and I love doing petty shit. So there was this episode.
No, spill the tea. Spill the tea.
One of our players had to leave the campaign. They were doing other things. And so for that session, they had just done something that fucked Strahd's shit. Like one of the like top tier, like they are level 13 now. They were level 11 at the time. They did something that like really fucks the entire thing up, right? And so I had Strahd appear and be like, one of you is going to die tonight. You can pick who. And then I had, so if they oh my god, I also ADHD thought I have like the most disgusting encounter that I created, but I can't say anything about it because Mika's here.
Hi,
just have to find
I'm
out.
Mika.
It's gonna be anyways, so not only that, if any of them got like involved, I had other vampires that were invisible at the time that would then start attacking them, like readying their actions just behind all of them, like ready to attack. So, of course, that's how the story went. They started attacking. I kept them busy. I had Strahd, who is on Bocephalus, who could fly, cast haste because Bocephalus was quick. He casted haste on the person I was going to kill because he wanted a better fight. Because he's a petty fucking bitch, right? So I casted it once. He said no. I was like, all right, that's fine, cool. I go like 90 feet in the air. And then I'm waiting for him up there. And then I'm like, all right, I can't do anything with this action then. He casts haste again. Do you take it? And he's like, yeah. So I gave him haste in order to go up and like fly his way up to actually battle him like super high in the air. I love doing petty shit like that. That's a lot of fun.
Sis,
Yeah.
you're a petty bitch.
I'm a petty bitch. I really am.
I'm gonna text you in like 3 days and ask you what the tea is, and I want you to be petty and just tell me petty. You do it right now. Text. Actually, hold on. Let me pull up my texts.
If anyone needs an excuse to play a BBEG, this should be your reason to do it.
Yeah,
I have been a BBEG in 3 different games. 2 of them were Vampire the Masquerade. and it was just so juicy and
Ooh.
political, and it was so good. It was so good.
Vampires
It's so
are-
much fun.
Vampire's the best kind of game to like become the opposite of yourself in. If you want
Yes.
any excuse to just let loose and not give a single fuck about who you are outside that game, it's Vampire the Masquerade.
It's true.
Although I've heard Cult is also the same.
Is that the werewolf one?
No,
No,
Cult.
Oh.
It's Werewolf.
Yeah, I think it's werewolf, right?
Yeah, Werewolf.
Yeah.
The whatever.
Werewolf.
I think I'm playing that. I don't think it's streamed, but I had an opportunity to play that. I need to read the rules. I also need to read the rules for Lancer.
You don't read the rules for Lancer. You just experience Lancer, dog.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Max.
What is
Lancer is literally the phrase "gay space fully automated luxury communism." Like it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
sick?
Yeah, you play as mechs. You're
right.
encouraged to be as communist as possible. You're encouraged to be as gay and polyamorous as possible. And again, can I mention mechs? Like there are like 12 different mech suits, like different. I mean,
That's fucking
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
It's
my
sick.
character is going to be named Lemonstopheles, and he will drag his opponents to hell.
hell yeah.
So my first time ever playing Vampire, first time and only time actually since, which was October of 20. Was it last year? No, it wasn't last year. 2022.
Of
So it's been
20
a while.
last year.
Of 20 last year.
It's like
Um,
20XX. You know, you can just
yes.
put it whenever. Yeah.
I played a doctor that provided blood bags for the needy and was a good fucking boy. So it's funny that you say that you could play like the opposite of yourself because I played my fucking self.
Johnny is a good boy. Now we know.
Yep. If you want to put me on a vampire fucking
Vampire the Masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade game. I'm gonna turn that up. Sorry.
Jump
about
in as a
now?
villain. It is the most fun. It
I
is
will
so much
promise
fun.
to do that. I promise to do that next time.
And you don't even
Alright.
have to be super upfront evil about it. Like the fact that you can strategize different motives and just ruin people's lives, just being like, you didn't convince me, you know, is amazing. It's so much fun.
How about now? Am I better now? Do you hear me?
I want someone to call me a good boy.
You're a good boy.
No, you're straight. That doesn't
Meatball.
work. I need
Very
a hot gay
straight.
guy to say it to me. Yeah.
I get that.
I posted that on thread. Did you just say you regret that?
No, I get that.
Yeah. It's I posted that on Threads once. I saw a TikTok about him. And of course, one of my exes responded to it. I'm like, no, not you.
Yeah,
My partner's pansexual and he's been in the chat. I can have him do a voice memo for me.
There you go. Send it on over.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Drew, if
But
Drew, if
maybe-
you heard this.
I mean, no, it's fine. But also, I mean,
He's a tall,
No.
blonde, bespectacled man with a beard.
ooh, yes, yes, please.
That sounds like my kind of guy.
Send a headshot with the voiceover.
I wouldn't consider you blonde.
I am if I'm in the sun enough, which I am not.
Damn. Okay, that
I
feels
feel
Nerds go
awkward.
outside.
Gingers. I like gingers
I go outside. I love being outside.
I
or blue
go
eyes.
outside once in a while, but I also live in
Or
Oregon,
dark
where
eyes.
it's most of the time. And
What
also-
part? What part?
I'm in Salem.
Very
Salem.
cool. I grew up in Vancouver, so
Oh shit!
I
So
feel
you're
that.
like an hour away.
Yes,
I was-
I
well,
was. I'm in Utah
I'm
now.
seem like I might be a bad boy.
Which is
So, okay, I'll take it. I'm into it.
Does that work?
Thank
or no?
you.
Do I still have to be gay?
I guess since you're... That's a good question. I don't know how I feel.
All right, ready?
How does everyone else? Oh, we're okay.
What are we doing?
Boy, Mika.
It cut out. Do it again.
Damn
Yeah.
it. You're a bad boy, Mika.
I don't know how I feel about that. Can you clip that? Just that phrase. I'm going to put it as my ringtone, and then anytime.
It's just gonna repeat.
What was that, Johnny? Yeah,
I'm gonna say it for reasons.
You're a good
we're like,
boy, Mika.
Doesn't work
Oh,
when women say it.
no, it kind of worked. It kind of worked on me. We can clip that, and that'll be my other ringtone. Oh, I feel so spoiled tonight. One's for texts, one's for phone calls. I'm just.
Which one do you want to have repeat over and over and over again for the calls?
I think bad boy for text because you and I text.
Yeah, okay.
And then, oh, by that measure, then Amber and I would need to phone call each other.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
if
call
you want to
nobody.
call and we can talk.
I don't call
Yeah,
nobody.
exactly.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
oh, I don't want to call. I call my dad and my mom. That's it.
Yeah, family is like the only other. Or if you're like at a con. If you're at a con and you need to get something done, then I'll call you and be like, hey, where you at? Okay, you're there, cool. Because texting, I'm never looking at my fucking phone when I'm at a con. And my ADHD is just going wild when I'm there.
Ann and I were talking about
just so much going on.
For Gen Con. We're gonna... Well, we're also just gonna turn on Find My
friend
on our
necklace.
phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a
That thing's so cool though.
This thing that you could like connect to like 8 other people and it'll tell you where everybody is. It's like a fucking real life waypoint thing that you have for fucking games.
I want my phone or like sync devices.
Yeah, like Find My Friend.
That's solving a problem that you're creating.
Waypoint in your hand.
You just want a blue compass thing that lights up. Yeah.
Obviously.
That's too much to ask.
Okay. No, is this
not. That's
is this a mask thing?
Freaking out and cutting off very easily. Maybe I need to turn off the fucking noise cancellation.
Did clip it.
How about now?
Thank
Am I better now?
You're quieter and more radio-y.
Yeah.
Ooh, do a radio voice.
What am I talking about? Hello, everybody. Welcome to RD5, where we're talking about we're RD Talks, and we're talking about TTRPGs and relieving stress and telling Mika that he is a bad boy.
But like, I'm so here for that.
Was
it like the Mid-Atlantic and everything? It was.
Yeah, that was
exquisite.
That did things to me. Holy shit!
Amber's face is turning red again. This is wonderful.
From Has Been Hotel. What's his name?
The radio guy.
Yeah, the radio guy. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
You got me. I don't fucking know.
Good now, like I turned up.
No,
it's kind of spotty.
Maybe it's. Who fucking knows what's going on? I don't understand. All right, well. Alistair. Yeah.
Crowley. Anyway, we've gotten so off topic from NPCs. So I think that's a good sign. We're at about almost an hour and a half. This was a good session. We talked Daggerheart. We talked Candela. We talked Ussy. We talked about our favorite Daggerheart Tussie. Yeah, so much Ussy. I learned that I enjoy being called a good boy and a bad boy.
You are always coexisting as both a bad and good boy. It is the yin and yang of Mika.
Yeah, I'm
yin
definitely
and yang of Mika.
I'm turning the bad boy and the good boy from Amber into my ringtones. So if any of you are ever around me, I'll make sure my phone isn't on vibrate. and then you can call me. Then you can hear the either one, depends what I set for what.
Good.
And then we talk Good Boy Bad Boy, and I think that's it. That was a solid hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, so let's
I could keep
I'll
going.
I'll talk everyone out.
I like hanging out with you guys.
Have you reintroduce yourselves, where people can find you, plug any Ussy you wanna plug Ussy. Ussy.
We
So
hoping that
first-
because we're doing outros.
Yeah, let's do it. So
Okay.
we'll start with you, Nat.
Oh, it's an honor. Hello everyone. I'm Natalie New. I talked way too much this session, but you can find me on TikTok and on Instagram at New to You. Because I'm always new to you. That's my last name. It's New. It's British. Don't ask. But yeah. Okay, popcorning it over to Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. I am a TTRPG everything. You can find me anywhere there's internet at the Space Jamber, the space, and not an actual space with your space bar. The SPACE Jamber, JAMBER, mostly on Twitter and Threads. Although I keep saying I'm going to do TikTok, I gotta actually do TikTok content. So let's just do it. Why not? Popcorn Johnny.
Yeah, talking about TikTok, I made a fucking video today talking. Oh, am I loud? Oh, I'm too quiet. Right, I gotta be right next to my mic on this one. Am I good now? Yeah.
Eh.
Fucking- I don't understand why it's doing this. This is so weird. My thing is all the way up. Anyways, I'll just talk really loud. I made a TikTok video today talking about how I think that microtransactions are fucking bullshit. Is it still doing that? What the fuck? Give me a fucking second.
Please hold.
2 fucking seconds.
Feel the rain on your skin.
How about now? Is this better?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's
a
there.
little radio-y, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's my
Just do your outro in Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah,
Talk to me,
uh,
Goose.
I made a TikTok today about microtransactions and how I think they're fucking bullshit. And you guessed it, everybody on TikTok said that I'm fucking full of it and that I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. That's cool. So don't get on TikTok because people are fucking stupid. Anyways, outside of that, I'm on TikTok. I'm Talking XP. You can find me there, and then you could also find me on Instagram and Threads and all that good shit. Find me to say what's up. Hi. I run Ravenloft Misfits, which also has Mikusi on it. I'm John Ussy.
Hi.
Right, sorry, I forgot about that. It has Mikusi on it. He's playing Citrusy. I don't know.
Citrusy.
Citrusy, yeah.
Yeah.
We are on episode 83 this next Monday, so check it out Monday 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Outside of that, Candela Obscura, check it out. I have a whole guide and how to play and all that stuff on YouTube, and Daggerheart. We did Daggerheart. Check it out. Cool. All right, that's
Yeah.
me.
Mika.
Are you gonna popcorn it?
Oh,
Johnny,
popcorn to Mika. Sorry, I was about to punch
Hi.
my mic.
I'm Mika, and I do things. Like this one time, I tried to go see Kiwi Bird, and it didn't end well. I mean, it didn't end poorly, but I didn't get to see the Kiwi Bird spoilers. And I do things. You can find me on, I guess, Beacon now too, and also Linktree, Mika Macintosh. It's Macintosh with no A. It's Mika like the singer. And I don't know, you can see my shit. You can go to Itch and see my Corvid game. You can see me mostly here on Roll-D5 and on Ravenloft Misfits, and also on Performance Review, also on Talking XP. This flipped down, and I didn't want you to read my journal. I wrote this in my journal. Thank you so much for coming to Roll-D-Talks. We'll see you on the 5th, but before that, we have Triangle Agency this Wednesday. Wow, my life revolves around the agency. I hope you enjoyed.
Should.
Like a what?
Like a good agent should.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Triangle Agency is literally the best.
You're a good agent.
It's true.
I don't know what's going on.
And I don't know. I sort of lost the lead on this one, so I hope you enjoyed this outro as much as it confused me. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming to Roll Talks. If you want to be on Roll Talks, let me know, and then we'll get you on. Rara is going to be on here, and I'm very excited to have Rara on here because we'll talk about a project that I'm a part of, done by them, called The Heart is a Dungeon. And we just started filming season 2, and I am playing a smoking crow.
Ooh.
Smoking raven, yes. So until next time, level up. That's what Jonny says.
You got it. Yep.
Until next time, make sure to eat a lemon, because I name all my characters lemon.
That's a good one, actually. You should do that next time.
Yeah, just